In the world of comic book movies, some characters are clear-cut heroes, but Venom dives into the gray, bringing a chaotic, darkly funny anti-hero to the screen. Directed by Ruben Fleischer, the 2018 film introduces a Marvel story about survival, messy compromises, and unlikely partnerships. Tom Hardy stars as Eddie Brock, a down-on-his-luck journalist whose life unravels before an alien symbiote enters the picture. Hardy's performance is a whirlwind of nervous energy and physical comedy, making Eddie's collapse both tragic and hilarious. Michelle Williams grounds the chaos as Anne Wying, while Riz Ahmed's Carlton Drake is a chilling, ambitious villain. Unlike other superhero films, Venom stands apart. Unconnected to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it carves out its own gritty, cynical, and darkly humorous tone. The film leans into body horror and the absurdity of a man arguing with a voice in his head that wants to eat people. At its core, Venom is about outsiders. Eddie, rejected by society, and Venom, a loser among symbiotes. Their union is more than chance, it's two misfits finding power together. The result is a messy, loud, and surprisingly entertaining journey. Venom isn't your typical hero story, it's a wild ride with a bite. Before the symbiote, Venom is the story of Eddie Brock's collapse. Once a top investigative journalist, Eddie's risky methods and stubbornness cost him everything. His downfall begins when he confronts Carlton Drake with confidential evidence during a live interview, ignoring Anne's warnings. The fallout is immediate. Eddie is fired, Anne loses her job, and their relationship ends. In a single day, Eddie loses his career, reputation, and love. 6 months later, he's a shell of his former self, unemployed, alone, and haunted by regret. This brokenness makes Eddie relatable and vulnerable, setting the stage for the symbiote's arrival. With nothing left to lose, Eddie becomes the perfect host for something as desperate as he is. The film lingers on his misery, making his transformation all the more dramatic. Eddie's fall isn't just backstory, it's the foundation for everything that follows. He's not a hero, he's a man at rock bottom, ready for something, anything to change. And change is coming. As Eddie's life unravels, a new threat emerges from space. A Life Foundation spaceship crashes, bringing alien symbiotes to Earth, creatures that need human hosts to survive. One symbiote escapes in Malaysia, moving from host to host, inching towards San Francisco. Carlton Drake, obsessed with evolution, begins illegal human trials, sacrificing the vulnerable in his quest for survival. Dr. Dora Skirth, horrified by Drake's methods, seeks out Eddie, hoping he'll expose the truth. She helps Eddie infiltrate the Life Foundation, where he witnesses the horror of the experiments firsthand. In a moment of compassion, Eddie tries to save a neighbor, Maria, but the symbiote inside her attacks and bonds with him. Alarms blare, Eddie escapes, but he's no longer just himself. The symbiote has found its host. Eddie's desperate act for redemption becomes the catalyst for his transformation. Now, he's carrying something powerful and hungry. The stage is set for chaos. Eddie Brock is no longer alone in his own body. Eddie's new reality is a nightmare and a dark comedy. He's plagued by hunger, haunted by a guttural voice, and losing control of his body. Venom, the symbiote, is assertive, demanding, and hungry for more than just food. Their relationship starts as a battle for control, with Eddie terrified and Venom relentless. Chaos erupts in a restaurant as Eddie, driven by Venom, eats a live lobster, an iconic moment of body horror and absurdity. When Drake's mercenaries attack, Venom takes over, unleashing superhuman strength and launching Eddie into a wild motorcycle chase. Eddie is a passenger in his own body, realizing this parasite can also be a protector. The turning point comes when Venom fully reveals itself, transforming Eddie into a monstrous, powerful being. "We are Venom," the creature declares, cementing their shared identity. From here, their relationship evolves. They begin to communicate, negotiate, and find common ground. Eddie, the loser, and Venom, the outcast, discover they're stronger together. The film blends horror, action, and comedy, making their partnership both terrifying and oddly endearing. Eddie's life is chaos, but now he's not facing it alone. Together there's something new, a lethal protector. The monster inside is now his greatest ally. While Eddie and Venom adapt, Carlton Drake's ambitions grow darker. Drake isn't after money, he's a zealot, convinced humanity must merge with symbiotes to survive. His experiments are ruthless, sacrificing the vulnerable for his vision of evolution. When Dr. Skirth betrays him, he shows no mercy, feeding her to a symbiote. Drake's obsession intensifies when he learns Venom is the key to a successful bond. Meanwhile, the escaped symbiote, Riot, travels the globe, seeking to return to the Life Foundation. Riot's goal: hijack a rocket, bring back an army, and invade Earth. Drake, blinded by ambition, merges with Riot, becoming a monstrous new threat. His dream of saving humanity twists into a plan for its destruction. The stage is set for a battle not just for survival but for the fate of the world. The final act explodes into action as Eddie and Venom face Drake and Riot. Venom, once an outcast, now wants to save Earth from invasion. Eddie, finally embracing his role, stands to fight, not just for himself, but for everyone. The showdown at the Life Foundation's launch site is a brutal clash of symbiote titans. Riot, stronger and more vicious, nearly overwhelms Venom. Anne intervenes, using sound to separate the symbiotes from their hosts. Eddie, rebonding with Venom, risks everything to stop the rocket. They rupture the fuel tank, causing a fiery explosion that engulfs Riot and Drake. Venom shields Eddie, seemingly sacrificing itself in the process. Eddie survives, alone, but changed. The battle isn't just physical, it's the completion of both Eddie and Venom's arcs. Two losers, together, save the world. The invasion is stopped, but the story isn't over. At its core, Venom is about duality. Two beings, one body, constantly negotiating control. Eddie is conscience and restraint. Venom is instinct and aggression. Their internal struggle is both comedic and profound, reflecting the challenge of balancing our darker impulses. This theme extends to Carlton Drake, whose public persona masks a monstrous ambition. The film explores transformation through acceptance. Eddie learns to work with Venom, setting boundaries and finding strength in partnership. By embracing both sides, they become the lethal protector. Not a traditional hero, but something more complex. The message is clear. True strength comes from understanding and integrating all parts of ourselves. The film suggests that our flaws and darkness, when acknowledged and controlled, can become sources of power. Eddie and Venom's journey is messy, loud, and a little crazy, but it's also about finding purpose in unexpected places. The odd couple dynamic is the heart of the story. They're not perfect, but together, they're unstoppable. Venom celebrates the power of embracing what makes us different. Sometimes, the monster inside is exactly what we need. In the end, Venom succeeds by embracing its own weirdness. Venom survives, and Eddie's life settles into a new, chaotic normal. Together, they become an unconventional vigilante team, setting their own rules. The film's blend of action, horror, and comedy found a devoted audience, proving that anti-heroes can lead blockbuster hits. Tom Hardy's performance anchors the film, making Eddie's bizarre journey both hilarious and heartfelt. The takeaway strength comes from embracing the parts of ourselves that don't fit in. Eddie and Venom, both outcasts, find belonging in each other. The film's odd couple dynamic is its greatest strength. Venom carved out a unique corner of the superhero genre, darker, funnier, and more unpredictable. It's not a perfect film, but it's a memorable, wild ride that leaves you wanting more.